Hey everyone, welcome back to a brand new Legends edition. Today we are using Anderson the Spider Silva. This is not going to be a live commentary. These are fights that I already had recorded. And I kind of just want to showcase Anderson Silva. The one thing that you will notice in this particular video is it's very boxing heavy. I know a lot of my videos are boxing heavy, but I tend to be boxing heavy when I am facing opponents that like to keep things really close and in tight. It's really risky to go for kicks when the opponent is moving forward and keeping a really tight boxing range on you. You got to switch things to boxing. And you'll also notice that I switch my stance from southpaw to orthodox with Anderson Silva just because my boxing is just better when I switch my stance. So right there I throw a body kick which he catches, which leads to me getting rocked. That's just how risky it is trying to throw those kicks, especially in the higher weight classes. They're slower. It's easier to read, and if you fight from like middleweight, light heavyweight up until heavyweight, you're going to notice that your kicks will get caught a lot easier just because they're slower. But Anderson Silva most definitely qualifies as a legend. Most definitely. I mean, when the guy was on top, when he was the middleweight world champion, everyone fell in love with Anderson Silva because of his creativity. As I rock this dude right there with the stepping straight left hook. Personally, what really drew me to Anderson Silva, what I liked the most about Anderson was he was a Muay Thai kickboxer who did not really approach Muay Thai the traditional way. He did not have that stand in front of you style and just trade. He did focus on defense. He was fairly good defensively for his time and for the opponents that he was facing. And he was fleet-footed. Anderson Silva was not flat-footed at all. The fight would start off and Anderson Silva would move around the cage. He would take his time. I really enjoyed that about Anderson. He was never in a rush to get you out of there. Fights would start off, he would just circle the cage, let the opponents do whatever they're going to do, kind of download what the opponent is doing, see how fast the opponent is moving. Anderson would throw feints out there, and then it's almost like he just has the opponent downloaded and then he would just attack them. And when you do attack him back, his defense was as good as his offense for his time, for those that he was facing, you know. So that really drew me to Anderson Silva. He wasn't this, flat-footed, exchangey Muay Thai style kickboxer. He took a lot from boxing, and you will see, when you watch his training and you listen to him talk, he was a big fan of boxing as well, and that translated to the way that he fought. He was also a very creative guy, and for that time he was doing things that no one else was doing. I mean, when you look at the guys that were on top at the time Anderson was on top, we're talking about George St. Pierre, we're talking about BJ Penn. A lot of these guys were fairly one-dimensional. I'm not saying GSP was one-dimensional. GSP was well-rounded. But flashy creativity, Anderson Silva had it in spades. He was definitely more creative than GSP, for example. He would throw a lot of spinning strikes. He would throw spinning back fists. He would throw very odd elbows, the 6 to 12 elbows. He would throw spinning elbows. He would lead with knees. And his knockouts it was always highlight reel knockouts. When Anderson Silva would stop people, it was always jaw dropping, and that really made him exciting to watch. That really made him fun to watch. Now this round is over. In the second round, I'm gonna focus on the fight. I kind of want to talk to you guys about my mentality with this fight. In the first round, I was a lot more defensive. And I was getting hit. I was really getting hit a lot. And the one thing that I remembered with Luke Rockhold, I don't know if you guys have used Luke Rockhold a lot, but if you use Luke Rockhold, you'll notice that there's something off about the way Luke Rockhold feels. He just feels weird. He feels awkward. His boxing is really not that good. So in this second round, I figured what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and attack this dude. I'm going to attack his boxing specifically. I'm not going to move backwards. I'm going to just go at him, and I'm going to use boxing and see. Right there, I drop him, and I'm just going to rip combos at him. What's going to happen is he's going to try to throw back at me, but Anderson's combos are a lot more smooth. His boxing's way better. I believe I have a better chin as well. And right there, he's backing up, trying to throw kicks. from boxing range, and I'm just letting my hands go, just blasting away at him with shots right there. I drop him again, and this fight's gonna go downhill from here. So if I can suggest anything to you when you're facing Luke Rockhold, just remember that just like, as I finish the fight right there, just like in real life, man, Luke Rockhold does not have good boxing in EA Sports UFC 3. There's something off about his boxing. I've not yet pinpointed exactly what it is, which of course makes me want to use him as a straight boxer just to see what exactly it is. But maybe it's a stance, maybe it's the fact that he's fighting southpaw, maybe it's the animations for his jabs and straights, but there is something definitely off. When you're throwing hands with Luke Rockhold, you're not going to be as fluid as Anderson Silva, and I took advantage of that in the second round, and I was able to get this dude out of here. So keep that in mind. You know, if you're facing an opponent, just try to remember what they're good at, what they're bad at, and see if you can attack those weaknesses. And right there, we are going to jump into the second fight. We are facing Demian Maia. Now, for this fight, this particular fight, every single time I run into a grappler, every time I run into someone that I know is going to want to take me to the ground eventually, what I try to do is I try to create chaos on the feet as fast as possible. I try to hit them as much as I possibly can. If I can rock them, great. If I can drop them, even better. The reason for that is I feel like eventually I'm gonna get taken down. Somehow I'm gonna get stuck in the clinch. I'm gonna get stuck on the bottom, stuck in the crucifix or whatever, as he gets me in the clinch right there. But if I'm able to do a lot of damage on the feet, I will be a lot more relaxed on the ground, knowing, as I drop him right there, I'll be a lot more relaxed on the ground or in the clinch, knowing that I'm winning the fight. Simply laying on me is not going to do much. Simply holding me in the clinch is not going to do much. What matters is how much damage you're doing. So as you can see, I'm straight up, I'm going at Demian Maia right there. I'm just ripping at him, throwing combos at him, trying to see if I can rock him and drop him as many times as I can rock and drop him as possible. So I already got the first rock. He's moving his head pretty well, and in this game, everyone can basically bang, including Demian. As I rock him again. Just going at him, just make sure that I stop him. Speaking of which, if you guys remember that fight, Anderson Silva versus Demian Maia, that Habib Nurmagomedov versus Iaquinta fight reminded me so much of Anderson Silva versus Demian Maia. It's just when you're so dominant, when you're so much better than someone, it gets to the point where things just become ridiculous. Anderson Silva was so much better than Demian Maia. He toyed with Demian Maia non-stop, over and over and over again. And for the first, 2 rounds, it was impressive. It was like, oh, wow, Anderson's so much better. He's so much better on the feet. And then it got corny. It got lame. It got whack. It's like, okay, finish the dude. We get it. You're better. Enough with the stunting. The crowd started to boo, I definitely did not enjoy that fight after a while because Anderson just started coasting, I think he got tired or something. And that's why when people ask me what do I think about the Habib versus Raging Al fight, I tell them it's something similar. It's like Habib, he was so much better than Iaquinta. I'm not saying that Al did not have anything to do with how that fight went, but I feel like Habib started coasting after a while. The constant jabbing, trying to pretend like he's an elite striker. There's just so much about it that just went from impressive to lame. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm saying. Let me know in the comment section if you understand what I'm trying to say. But sometimes when you're so much better than someone and you don't just get them out of there, and you keep just beating them and beating them and beating them, and everyone can tell that you're kind of coasting, it goes from being impressive to lame. So, doing this fight again versus Demian Maia just reminds me of that fight. I mean, Demian was trying, as a motorcycle, is trying to ruin my goddamn video. Anyways, Demian was doing every single thing in his power to win that fight. He was trying to get Anderson Silva down to the ground. That was his only chance. But Anderson, man, his takedown defense in that fight was incredible. I'm not even sure if Demian was able to get him down one time. And he just beat him up the whole time. won a 5-round decision. I think Dana actually left the arena. He left the whole place. He was so disappointed with Anderson's performance. But anyways, so I won the first round. Second round, I'm feeling pretty confident. I'm like, if I do get taken down, I can relax. I can just calm down. But I don't want to let off the gas too much. I'm also noticing that my opponent is switching things up to a straight striker. He's moving his head a lot more, fishing for, counters. And when a guy's doing that, you have to be careful. Like I said, everyone can bang in this game, including Damian Maia. He can definitely bang. If you get reckless and he catches you with something, that could be it. But I rock him again. His head damage, his head health is so low. It's only a matter of time now. Only a matter of time.
Tries a big hook to the head, but misses.
I love leading with that straight followed by the left hook. I love that combination so much.
Checking every single one of those.
I'm just looking for that clean opening to go in and do damage. Our stamina is kind of similar. It's not where I needed it to be. I was also looking for the pull counter in this fight, but it was difficult because he really wasn't committing too much to combinations, and you kind of need someone to commit to a combo before you can really start pulling anything. He was doing a good job of throw, slip, throw, slip. Right there, I started working his body. Hurt him with the jab, uppercut, and this fight is over. Beautiful. So second fight over against Damian Maia. We are going to jump into the next one right away. Hope you guys are enjoying the video so far. Let me know in the comment section as always. And also let me know which legend you'd like me to use. I'm thinking Matt Hughes. I don't know. I'm thinking Matt Hughes is going to be the next one, but let me know in the comment section. I will definitely try to bring it to you guys once I can get back to playing. But next fight. The next fight is against Robert Whittaker, who has... It's either Robert or Michael Bisping. I'm not sure, but one of those guys, either of them have the best boxing in the middleweight division. I think I'm going to go with Michael Bisping. Just something about Bisping that just flows so well. But Robert is like Michael Bisping with more power. Definitely more power. So right there, the opponent is coming at me with those block break combos, which you have to be very careful with. You have to notice the second the opponent is throwing them, you notice jab, straight, and then they'll go for the hooks. You got to be careful with that.
Good exchange there. He's blocking almost all these shots.
I think I'm familiar with this opponent too, with this player. I think I've faced him before. At least the name sounds familiar. I have no idea how that dude remembers his name. I mean, that's like just... That's madness. Once again, I know my voice sounds weird. Blame the pain medication. It's really altering the way my voice sounds. I'm sorry about that. Things will get back to normal in a few days, I hope. But yeah, whenever I'm facing Robert Whittaker, I'm really careful, man. It does not take much for them to rock you. But I rock them right there, and I am really sticking with boxing. Like I said, I told you guys in the beginning of the video, there's not going to be a lot of flashy stuff here. It's just, I have to be really careful in the middleweight division. A lot of times, you're in the phone booth. When you are in the phone booth, you need boxing. You definitely need boxing. I could throw knees, but those are really... Knees are risky to throw. As I rock him again with that combo, the jab, right uppercut, left hook combo. Rock him again with the same exact. He keeps falling for the same combo.
Oh, he missed that kick.
We're going to try to switch things up a little bit. You'll notice I like going in and out. I poke him. I step out. I come back in. I poke him again. I lead with the jab left hook. I step out. Jab left hook. Step out. Boom. Rock him again. Uppercut. The fight is over. Just like that. Round number 1. Anderson Silva is pretty damn good in this game. He really is. He really is. He's actually better if you just use him as a boxer. You know, he really is. But then again, if you're facing someone that really wants to play the distance game with you, someone that really wants to pick their shots, you're going to need kicks. Most definitely, you're going to need kicks. You're going to need leg kicks. You're going to need head kicks. You're going to need body kicks. You cannot just focus on boxing. But like I said, when it's this phone booth warfare, when you're closer to each other, you need your boxing. So this is the 3rd fight we've had with Anderson Silva. I'm going to show you guys one more fight with Anderson, and then we are going to call it a day. Hope you guys have been enjoying this so far. Getting kind of tired, but let's jump into the next one. All right, here we go. Last one is also against Robert Whitaker, against a player that I am very familiar with. Let's touch it up, baby. Here we go. And he throws a leg kick to start things off. Again, this is not a live commentary. I had these fights recorded. Now that I remember, this dude was doing something really creative that I might just copy. I'll show you when he does it. He really caught me with it twice in this fight before I caught on. Right there. He does it. It's slip into a head kick. He does that again. And I hadn't caught on to it until right there. He rocks me. I'm like, okay, I see what he's doing. Slip into the head kick. I got to be careful with that. So now what I do is every single time he slips, I don't throw. I don't advance. I let him do whatever he's going to do. When he slips and he throws, I just let him whiff and waste his stamina.
Slightly deflected.
Yeah, just like that. With someone like this, you just gotta poke at him. You gotta poke. And when you notice them slowing down, then you can really pick things up. And he was also throwing a lot of stationary strikes. I love when I run into guys like that, because then I decide when I want to come in and when I want to step out. See what I mean? He's right there, just, standing still, throwing stationary strikes. It really makes things easier for you, because you get to decide when you want to commit and when you don't. As I have him pinned against the cage right there, exchanging combos. See, right there, he's just whiffing because he's standing still, throwing stationary strikes. And what he's doing is dangerous too. It really is dangerous if you overcommit. Those stationary strikes will rip you to shreds, which is why, like I said, don't commit too much, except now that I see that he's wilting. He's kind of panicking a little bit as I rock him and the fight is over. There we go. And we stop him in the first round. Anderson, the Spider Silva, Legends Edition. Thank you so much for watching. It means a lot to me. Let me know in the comment section if you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, of course, don't forget to leave a like. It helps out the channel. And I'm going to try to see if I can record some more videos. I don't know if I can, but we'll see what happens. See you guys tomorrow or in a few days. I don't know. But in the meantime, keep yourself safe. And have a wonderful day, people.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 53 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout, son, the Spider, Silva!
So another win tacked on to the total of one of the most decorated champions in UFC history. Anderson Silva does it again and really thought he looked sharp tonight. You could tell early on in the fight. The future Hall of Fame, Anderson Silva, getting it done in a big way here tonight.